This is the Point of Life podcast with Reverend Ray Moore. So, this is part 3 of 7 reasons you can't meditate or won't meditate and what you can do about it. And this reason is I start to meditate, but I fall asleep. You know, this is also common with a lot of people, even more advanced meditation practitioners. And would you like to know why? Because there are a lot of parallels between meditation and falling asleep. Let's think about it. When you rest your head on your pillow at night, there's typically a period in which your thoughts return to the events of the day, or thinking about things you're going to do, or you need to do, and just random thoughts and feelings. What's happening is that your mind is dumping stuff that can keep you awake, and sometimes doesn't, but then you toss and turn for a while, but that's another chapter. This is not unlike the chatter that fills our heads during the day. This is also the process of shifting from the outer world, navigated primarily through thought, and the inner world, navigated primarily through imagery. You see, the body communicates through emotions. That's its modus operandi. The persona communicates through thoughts. The spirit communicates through mental image pictures. So shifting from the outer world to the inner world is a process of turning from thoughts to turning to imagery. It's what we call dreams. You have to understand that spirit never sleeps. Spirit will rest, but it does not sleep. The body sleeps, and it's a way of allowing you out of the body so it can release, rejuvenate, and refresh itself. As we rest our head and drift off, leaving our thoughts behind, we're also calling back our attention and energy from where we've left it. There are times during this process that we call back a big chunk and the body jumps. We recall something important. Did I turn off all the lights? Are the doors locked? Has that ever happened to you? Or maybe we have an inspiration or an aha moment. Suddenly we're wide awake. We settle down and we try to drift off. The process continues, shifting from our thoughts, releasing energy overload, and climb out to the astral where imagery takes over. You see, meditation is so simple, you can do it in your sleep. Now, the body is used to this, and when you start to meditate, the body thinks it's time to go to sleep. When this happens, avoid the temptation to trash yourself and realize what's going on. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect with yourself. Some levels of clearing your space can be very energetic, and sometimes it's easier to do when you're out of the body. And this is the big benefit of a 20-minute power nap. They're very refreshing. Another reason people fall asleep when meditating is that as they're clearing their space, they go into the energy that they're clearing. Well, it's like getting sucked down the drain with the bathwater. And when I catch myself doing this, I take a few deep breaths, adjust my grounding, and keep my meditation light. Now, just imagine a boat on a lake. The surface of the water is the boundary between the outer and the inner world. You're in the boat, and you slip over the side and into the water. Consider that meditation is a space in which you get into the water, but stay close to the surface. If you find yourself sinking, going too deep, too fast, you can bring your head up out of the water, take a breath, and go back in. And if you're loaded down with energy, you can be pulled under. Not to worry, you'll always find the surface again. As you do this, you'll be practicing acceptance, accepting that this is how energy works. And once you accept it, it's much easier to manage. This is, for me, what meditation is about, energy management. First, we center ourselves in our space, and then we clear our space. And after that, we have some time to have our space. And this is where real meditation begins. You see, half the fun is getting there. Yes, it's not like a step-to-step process. As we center, we're already clearing. And as we clear, we're recentering, so we might become more clear, which means recentering at a new level. And as we center and clear the energy, we might open a pocket of energy we previously weren't conscious of. And when this unconscious energy gets stirred up, we can match it and go unconscious, which feels like falling asleep. Being conscious of being unconscious creates the space to let it go without being responsible for it. A few deep breaths, come up for air, look around, notice where you are, and then go within again, recentering and adjusting your space. And finally, another reason you might fall asleep during meditation is that the body is fatigued and needs rest. Or there might be somebody in your space who's very tired. And this can be part of the unconscious energy we spoke to previously. So let's do a quick meditation. Close your eyes if you can. Allow the chair that you're sitting in, or the seat that you're sitting in, allow it to support the body, and just relax. Take a few deep breaths, and imagine you in a boat on a calm lake. And go ahead and slip over the side of the boat and into the water. And in this meditation, you can breathe underwater, so don't worry about it. And just go underneath the surface of the water. And ground the body. Create a line of energy from the base of the spine all the way down to the center of the planet. And actually, you can imagine it as an anchor being tied to a rope. And just let it fall all the way to the center of the planet, with the other end of the line connected to your first chakra at the base of your spine. And take a few deep breaths and just release. And notice where you are in relationship to the surface of the water. If you're going too deep, you can come back to the surface, put your head above the water, open your eyes, look around the room, close your eyes, and go back into meditation. It's also not uncommon for this to happen during the beginning of your meditation, because through the day, we pick up energy from others, other places, other people, other events. And this is probably energy that you're not conscious of. So as you release this, or you begin to release it, it's like dusting off your space. You're releasing all the static energy. And that's usually the first stuff to go, is the static energy. Static energy is unconscious. It's not something that you're aware of. And so becoming aware of what you're not aware of is half the battle. And it's not really a battle at all. It's just simply giving to yourself. And just let that grounding cord release all that energy. You can release it all anything and everything that you're ready to let go of, conscious or unconscious of. Right down that grounding cord. And whatever you let go of, you don't let go of, you get to keep. So that's okay. Don't worry about releasing something that you're going to need later, because you can always call it back. And bring in a golden sun of energy from above your head. Come on up out of the water. See the sun. Allow it to fill in all the spaces where you've released energy from. Climb back up into the boat. Watch that image just disappear, fade away into nothing. And give the body a stretch and a yawn. And we'll have to talk about the body releasing energy on its own, but that'll be another episode, I'm sure. And when you're all filled up, look around. Notice your space. Notice the space you're in. And enjoy your day. And go with God. Thank you for watching and listening to this Point of Life podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and hope you'll tune in for the next one. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you. Go with God.